the worldwide collective orgasm that is Elder Scrolls. I have some like fairly not like huge news, but I just
Of
got a
what?
notification on my phone. So
you
I
just won
played.
lottery and you're gonna take me with you?
No, I wish it's nothing even remotely like that big. But so I played this game on my channel. It was an SCP game actually, and I know how
Yeah.
much you love the SCP stuff and how much how knowledgeable you are
Yeah.
on SCP.
It's in there now.
It was a cool game. I really enjoyed it. But I saw it was either on Steam or Twitter where they were doing like a Photoshop contest. Like take this picture of an SCP, put it in a thing, and you might win a key for the DLC that they're coming out with for this game. I just freaking won, dude. A freaking Photoshop contest. Yeah. I just got a message from them like, we loved your entry. Honored to inform you that you're one of our winners. We'll DM the DLC key on release day. I've never won anything like that.
Look at you, the winner. You
I'll show you
winner. You champion.
I'll show you what it was.
What was
I'm gonna put it in. So the SCP was what was SCP-049 is the plague doctor. So we could probably Google that, but I'm gonna show you the picture that I made. Right now, I'm just gonna upload it to the Discord here, and then you can put it in the video if you want.
Yeah, shoot it to the Discord. Don't honestly, put it. Don't do the same thing you did with the cat video.
Anyways, here's the video. It's just a picture, so it's.
Show me the picture. Show me this picture.
It's coming up right now. It's coming up.
What the? What is this?
Yeah, I freaking converted the old famous meme. I found a couple of pictures of people in hazmat suits and just like photoshopped them in there, and I was really pleased how it came out. And apparently they agree.
Yeah, they like that, huh?
Yeah, that's.
But who is the? So is it the girlfriend that is? Hold on, I gotta get this to where I can see it a little bit better. So is it the girlfriend?
We need the original like meme to reference it.
No, so you got the girlfriend and the guy friend looking at the other dude because he's gonna leave the girlfriend. Oh my gosh, everything just like lost its mind. Whoa.
You okay?
No, my OBS froze. Whew.
That's not good.
All right, so.
We're still good though?
Yeah, we should still be good. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me. So, like, this is the thing. Like, I don't have a good place now to like look at everything because now I'm not in the middle anymore. But yeah, you got the lady girl, right? You got the lady girl, and then you got dude bro, and then you got the plague doctor. Like, so is he going to leave lady girl for plague doctor?
I mean,
is that what's happening in this drama?
I guess so.
Is this what's going on in this Telemundo drama of plague doctor lady girl drama?
I guess so. I mean, I guess you have to consider the original meme, like what's going on in that meme. I think it's just a stock photo, anyways. Originally,
yeah.
I guess it's open to interpretation. It's up to the imagination. You could assume in this scenario, like obviously they're out in public, which doesn't make sense in the SCP. Like, I mean, I guess it could. I'm sure the plague doctor existed outside of the SCP facility at some point. Obviously, this is,
yeah.
I literally just took the freaking meme and put this stuff in there. So I didn't want to change the background because I thought it actually made it funnier. Like they're walking down the streets of Venice or something, and it's
dude bro's just like, whoa, plague doctor.
two researchers, maybe they're a couple, maybe they're not. There's no saying that they are, and you can't see it. That she clearly is upset that he is paying more attention to Mr. Plague Doctor here than her. maybe he just appreciates a good mystery. He appreciates a good SCP. He's
Well,
like,
I'm
oh,
glad you.
there's a good one. We can, in prison for eternity.
Well, I'm glad your hard efforts and your labor of love has bore fruit for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations on winning.
Thank you. I'm actually pretty stoked about that. Like I don't win stuff, dude. I don't really do.
What are you talking about?
Really
You're a winner. You're a winner,
I
bud.
didn't say I wasn't a winner. I just say I don't win stuff like competitions and contests and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really do a whole lot of them, mind you, but this is a pretty big deal. I put my Photoshop skills to the test, and it worked.
Test. GG. Speaking of GG, good game. We're gonna make this a segue to the Game Awards, dude. Have you? That's today. As of recording, that's this afternoon at 7. 7:30 Eastern. So it'll be like
so we can't even talk really. We can't even really talk about anything about it because we don't know anything yet.
We can speculate, just like everybody else does. Everybody on the internet's already done this like at least 3 times.
What's the official site for this?
The GameAwards.com.
Just Game Awards?
No, thegameawards.com.
It's the Game Awards?
Yes, GameAwards.com.
Okay. The Game Awards.
Yes.
We're out of our gas.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
You okay?
No.
SCP sneaking up on you? I like that beard, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, we kind of talked about a little bit of this over on the Pipcast with Kato and Sarge.
I know. You've been playing games and you haven't been telling me. My time at Porsche? Really? You're going to tell me you didn't
tell me? That was Sarge.
No, you said you was playing it.
No. I was looking at what he played because he was claiming that there weren't any third-person games that he'd played, and I was like looking at the list because we have a sheet with the outline on it. I don't own the game, dude. Sorry.
Look under your chair.
Sarge, man.
Look under your chair right now.
It's juicy fruit. How did you know?
Dude, what if that was like a thing to where you
fruit.
just... No, you looked under your chair and you pulled out a disc of My Time at Porsche and you're just like, how did this get here? Like, literally, this is my bedroom. Who was in here? Dude, that would be the real SCP.
No, dude. You know what I have been playing, though?
What?
Sherlock Holmes games.
Really? Murder mystery, huh?
Have you played Pentiment yet? Sherlock Holmes. Huh?
Have you played Pentiment yet?
I haven't played Pentiment yet. I've been.
You're gonna make me buy that for you, aren't you?
No. I've been like trying to get through some of the games in my library.
Yeah.
And for some reason I was like, I kind of feel like trying some Sherlock Holmes, and I tried. It's called Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. That's literally the name of it. And it's actually really good. It's like an open world game, and you run around as like 18-year-old Sherlock Holmes in Spain or some weird. I guess he grew up there, but I don't think that's accurate to the actual lore of Sherlock Holmes. I'm pretty sure him and his family lived in the country of, England.
Yeah.
So they took a lot of liberties, obviously, but it was still a really good game. And then I had a couple other Sherlock Holmes games, and I'm just playing a bunch of Sherlock Holmes games.
Dude, that's awesome. So how many have you gotten through so far? Like 3, 4, something like that?
Well, I played and I finished Chapter 1, and then I played another one called, where the heck is it? It's called like Daughter of the Devil, or the Devil's Daughter, or something like that.
So 2 of them?
Beat that one. I'm currently playing Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. 3
of them. All right, cool.
Yeah. And I have a bunch others, but I have played some of the older ones and beat them already.
Are they all from the same developer? Like, I know Sherlock Holmes is a open IP, I think, or something like that. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I would I would be I would be able to speak English if I was not an idiot right now. I would bet
Words
money
be hard,
that
man. Words be
I
hard.
would bet money that the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate is rigid as like the Tolkien estate is. In fact, I think they are, because I feel like recently there was a TV show with what's his name? The Witcher, Superman. Why can't I think of his name?
There is.
And I think what's his
Henry
name? Can you
Cavill.
tell me? Thank you, Henry Cavill. Brain fart. But I think there was a lot of problems with that show. He is many characters. But I think
what do you mean
some content. Huh?
What do you mean that there was problems with the show? Like,
there was like some, I can't remember exactly what happened, but like they didn't get permission from the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate, I think, to make this particular rendition of Sherlock Holmes. And I think that the estate tried to shut the whole thing down. And I don't remember if they did or not. I don't have the information open at the time,
so,
but I remember there was.
Yeah, that's the whole like Sherlock's sister or something like that.
Yeah, something. It was something weird.
It's like Enola Holmes. Yeah, Enola Holmes too. That's what.
Yeah, they were taking some liberties with the IP, if you want to call it that, and I don't think they were too pleased.
Yeah.
I think they either tried to shut the thing, the show down, and failed, or they had to like change some stuff to, make them happy or something. I don't remember specifically, but I remember there was a thing. But I think it must be going, because I'm almost certain I heard recently that they're still shooting the show. So
yeah, well, it's on Netflix, so like it's still a thing.
There you go.
Unless
Confirmed.
It's not on it. I haven't been on Netflix in like a week or two, but I saw all the advertisement for the thing. They were doing their press release roundabout thing. So
right.
Dude, so, are we having a hard time wording today? Is that what's happening? Like, my brain's having a hard time wording.
Dude, I mostly have a hard time wording. That is my life.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, back to the Game Awards. You got any favorites?
I mean, we could just talk about like the game. I mean, the games that are slated for Game of the Year, if you wanted to.
I mean, we could talk about that, but like, I have a gripe. I got a little bone to pick with the Game Award. All right.
Okay. Do tell.
View the categories. I don't think that the Game of the Year should be games that are platform exclusives.
What do you mean?
So, like, for example, yet not limited to, right? God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West. Those are platform exclusives. Right? I don't have a PlayStation 5.
Right.
How is that the Game of the Year if I haven't played it? If I haven't played it or had the opportunity to play it, it can't be the Game of the Year.
But not everyone has a PC, so I mean the same thing can be reversed. Like, we should not have any Game of the Year then.
Exactly. Like, no, like the Game of the Year needs to be on at least 3 platforms.
Or everything. I see what you're saying.
Or all over it. Like, it needs to be like at least 75% of the marketplace. Available on 75% of the marketplace. I feel like that needs to be a stipulation.
I hadn't thought about that, but I completely agree with you.
Well, this is going to be the most boring podcast ever. No debate here.
Well, we don't have to debate about everything. We're just having a conversation. But I hadn't thought about that at all until now, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with Forbidden West, because currently that's a PlayStation exclusive as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So God of War Ragnarok's a platform exclusive. Horizon Forbidden West is a exclusive, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is
Nintendo.
That's a Nintendo's exclusive.
So it's exclusive to Nintendo.
Stray is
on everything.
Yeah, and then
I'm pretty sure it's on everything.
Plague Tale Requiem. So
Elden Ring as well.
Yeah. So there's only actually 3 games there.
Well, I'm going to vote for Stray, and I know a lot of people don't think Stray belongs on this list, but you know what? One of the best games I've played all year, in my opinion. It was a
Yeah.
refreshing change of pace, a refreshing change of perspective. You know, I enjoyed it.
Was it the
I haven't
Fall
played.
Guys of its time? You know how Fall Guys
Ah,
came in and changed the battle royale landscape because it's just like a bunch of little bean dudes like pushing each other around.
I can't speak to that because one, I don't like battle royale games because I don't like PvP,
Yeah.
and I've never played Fall Guys. So who am I supposed to play with? I don't play with anyone. I don't have friends.
You don't think
you are.
me and you and like Kato and Sarge should like would have a
I think
blast playing Fall
I
Guys?
think
Just like
we will have a
throwing
blast
each other
playing
off?
anything. I think we'll have a
No,
blast
but
playing
like
anything.
but you get the thrill of like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to you. I'm gonna hold on to you. I'm gonna hold I won't push you off the edge. I think that'd be
I'm okay. I like with most things that I have not done, like if it's a movie I haven't watched, a show I haven't watched, or a game I haven't played, most of the time it's not because I don't want to, it's just because I
yeah.
haven't. You know,
Okay.
I can't play
Okay.
everything. I can't watch everything. Get off my back, man.
Okay.
Hounded me. And I haven't watched the Golden Girls or Have You Been Served yet either. Let's just get it out of the way.
Ah!
Let's just get it out of the way.
Ah!
That's right. A dagger straight to your heart.
That's all right. I haven't watched the freaking Doctor Who with all of the Who
Yeah,
in the Whovilles.
but you
yet.
you already said you didn't care for it. So I never
I've
assumed that
tried.
you were gonna watch it.
I've tried. I've definitely.
You're wrong for not watching it, and you're wrong for not getting into it. But it's
Okay.
okay. Exterminate.
I did see they brought the other Doctor back after the girl Doctor. They brought the other Doctor.
They do a lot of
Yeah.
cross
Well, no,
cameos and stuff.
No, like he regenerated or whatever, and now he's like the thing. Maybe that's a spoiler.
What?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Should
I haven't.
Should I put
never
a warning? Spoiler alert! Flashing sirens.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was in like a
Which
like I saw it on
season?
Twitter. The either the ones coming up or the most recent one.
David Tennant returns. Oh my god! Seriously?
Seriously.
What?
What?
Freaking David Tennant is returning as the 14th Doctor? Are you serious?
They had to do something to save the show because everybody's like, "Oh, there's this broad that's the Doctor." Blah.
I thought she did a good job. I haven't
did
watched
too,
all
because
of that
I didn't
of that
watch it at all.
particular. I haven't watched them all because it was airing and I don't currently have access to like BBC and stuff like that. But the ones I did watch, I enjoyed it. I can't believe it. I thought they were going with someone else. I wonder if he's gonna that's actually shocking. I'm okay with that because David Tennant is probably my favorite of the Doctors, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Of the modern Doctors, I mean, you have the classic OGs. I can't think of names because we've already established brains and words is not it's not happening
hard.
today. I can't think of the guy. There was one the doctor with the freaking 12-foot scarf. What's his dadgum name?
Scarf Man.
Tom Baker.
Tom Baker, the Scarf Man.
He's probably my favorite of the classic Doctor Who's, and I actually have two 12-foot scarves that are like his scarf. That's how much of a Whovian I am.
God, you freaking Who head. You Who head, you.
say it correctly. Say it correctly.
Who
Whovian.
head? Whovian? Okay.
Thank you.
Dude, Who head is so much better.
No, it's not.
You know it is.
It sounds like something from Dr. Seuss. Welcome to Who Town. I'm a Who head. Pretty sure that's from freaking the Christmas one. Thank you. God, I'm out of sorts tonight. I can't think of nothing.
Somebody needs to take some B vitamins.
Is that for memory?
B for brain.
I might have to actually start taking B vitamins. Because I'm pretty sure my memory sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the Game Awards. I want to talk about this.
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
That upsets me. I don't mind if platform exclusives are like, oh, best art or best indie
best
or
PlayStation game, best Xbox game, appropriate to the platform.
Yeah, but I don't think for the World Championship of Game Award, I don't think you need to have platform exclusives in it.
Where's Cyberpunk in this?
Where's Elder Scrolls in this? Where's Skyrim? Skyrim 17.
There was a release of Skyrim in 2022, wasn't there?
Yeah, no, there was. I think there was. There has to be.
The anniversary edition.
Yeah.
A recent anniversary edition. How does the conversation always goes to Skyrim? I don't want to talk about Skyrim in this episode, dude.
Wait. I
haven't actually done anything with Skyrim since we last talked. Because I've been playing other stuff.
Are you still at like 350 something mods?
Yeah, I haven't added anything. I pretty much have it where I want it, and there's really nothing else unless new stuff comes out. But
there's no chase. That's what it is. That's the fun.
There's a certain bit of truth to that, but I always open up my thing and check for updates, and then I check the website for anything new. There is more than I would do, but there needs to be updates to some of these mods to actually work with anniversary and all the updated versions of Skyrim. But until then,
I used to do. You don't know how funny it is that the similarities between you and modding Skyrim is to like me and working like modding cars back when I was younger. Because like I would get a car, like I'd sit there and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to change the intake, or I'm going to put new heads on it, or friggin' do all this other stuff, make it a little bit faster, a little bit. And I got it to where it was riding good and going fast and looking good, and then it was just like, I'm kind of done with it. Get it out of here, sell it. I'll give me another piece of junk from the junkyard.
I think that's probably more useful of a hobby than modding Skyrim.
No, it's the same thing.
You know how to work on vehicles. I don't know anything about cars. I can change oil, I can change a tire.
You know how to mod Skyrim. That's valuable right there in and of itself. You know how to like click download and install.
Oh, I'm already a step ahead of the boomers.
Boom. There you go. That way when Elder Scrolls 6
the
comes
interwebs.
Out, yeah, you can. When Elder Scrolls 6 going to be on Unreal, or is it still? That's still Creation Engine. Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be Creation Engine.
We've
those
talked
fools at Bethesda don't know what they're doing. But there'll be other games. I think there's a game called Avowed that Obsidian is making that I think is going to be Unreal 5, or they may have delayed it so that they can like actually make it on
That's
on
their
Unreal 5.
fantasy game, right?
Yeah, it's like a first-person fantasy. It's
yeah.
They need to release that before freaking Elder Scrolls 6, though. Otherwise, no one's gonna play it.
Nobody's gonna play it.
But it looks cool from the little that we've seen.
Is it Avowed? Game?
Yeah.
Avowed game.
Yeah, I think it's Obsidian.
Gameplay. Why is my browser so big? Why is my browser zoomed in 200%? Oh my god! What the hell?
Gramps over here can't see the small print. I better zoom in to 200%.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm excited for this. I want it to come out.
We haven't had a good like fantasy game in a while.
No, but you're right. This does need to come out before Elder Scrolls. Like this needs to. So Starfield's going to come out in February.
Yep.
This needs to come out next year.
Mm-hmm.
So Starfield needs to come out. This needs to come out next year, and then Elder Scrolls will come out probably in like 2026 or 2025.
That's too long.
No, that's why this needs to that's why Avowed needs to come out next year.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the year or at the end. That's probably if it is going to come out next year, that's when it'll come out. Just for the like quarterly sales and blah 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 and all that bullshit. Yeah, all the finance mumbo jumbo. But like, if it'll probably come out or be announced or start doing the hype stuff next year. If not, I don't know.
I hope so.
If not next year, hopefully 2024. Because if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in 2025, 2026, like it's gonna crush. It's gonna crush that. Just from like the headspace of everybody like, oh, Elder Scrolls, you know?
The worldwide collective orgasm that is Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. Did we both just do the? Yeah.
Yeah.
You said Elder Scrolls.
Oh wait, I can do it too.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh shit! I knocked on my mic. Is it still working?
Yeah, it's still working.
Okay.
Microphone down. Microphone down.
The freaking little USB that connects to the microphone is so sensitive. Like if I hit it and it slightly disconnects, like freaking voice meter is just like, oh my god, it's not connected. You better reset the whole program now. Like, okay, calm down.
Yeah, voice meter does lose its mind over that.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of do have hopes for Starfield. Todd Howard, you didn't talk about it in the last Pipcast 3000. Go type in Pipcast 3000 in YouTube, look it up, find out what I'm talking about. But y'all didn't talk about it probably because you recorded it before it happened. But like Todd Howard had an interview in the past like week or so or something like that with some dude on the internet or whatever. Either way, he was in an interview and he was talking about Starfield stuff a lot, and he was talking about how they did like procedural generation for the planets and why they just stopped at 1,000 and what it is. So pretty much how that game is going to go is going to be, you're going to go to a planet and it'll be like generated, right? Or they generated X number of them already. So you're going to go to the ones that they've made, and they're using tile set generation when they made the stuff, right? When they made the planet, they used tile set generation. So they have tile sets that move together and stuff like that. And then the designer goes through and like double checks behind the generator. That way it's basically using randomization and AI to put it all together. And then you just like look over it and you're like, this looks good. And then you're done.
Okay.
So hopefully it won't have the same issues. The reason I bring it up is like, hopefully my only worry is like it has the same issues that like No Man's Sky has, where once you figure out what the tile sets look like and you can recognize them, then you see them everywhere, right? So like that's the issue No Man's Sky has. Like there's only 12 different creatures in No Man's Sky, right? Like there's only 12 heads, 12 bodies, and 12 legs and all that. And you would think that would make just like totally random stuff, right? 12, 12, 12, and 12. You mix them and match them, and that's like thousands, millions different combinations. It's not. It's not. Like, because you have the same crab monster everywhere. You got the same like weird goat deer everywhere and stuff like yeah.
Yeah, and that hasn't changed since they've been updating it.
I think it probably has, but see, the issue is once you go to a place, whatever version of the game that place is, once it generates it, that's the way it is. Like it doesn't update things it's already generated. Right. Because people discover the thing and they say, oh, these things are on this planet, and it gets uploaded to the main server, right? So that way you can go to the place another person discovered. So anytime the new stuff happens, like you have to be in like an entire different galaxy, right? So I'm still in the same galaxy I started in. I still haven't gotten to the middle of my galaxy. And I've put like, I don't know, how many hours have I put into No Man's Sky? Jeez. Aw, jeez.
I've been to the center. I made it to the center.
Did you?
And that's when I stopped playing.
But there's like a whole thing after that. Like you could, I've put 440 hours into that game, and I still haven't made it to the center yet.
Damn! I wonder let me see mine. No,
now,
that's
everybody out there. You pull up your Steam and you look how many hours you got.
I've only got 134.
So I should have made it to the middle 3 times over.
Yeah, but you're one of those that just runs around and dicks around a lot. Like at some point I was like, you know what, I'm going to the center, and that's
I'm
what I'm
getting
doing. And I
there.
just
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, when I got to the center, honestly, I won't spoil it unless you don't care. But I was disappointed and I stopped playing.
Yeah, I think it's like you get to the middle and it's just like, hey, you're at the middle.
Do you
Start
want me to
over.
tell you? You
Yeah,
want
if
me
you
to tell
want
you?
to. Yeah,
All right.
go ahead.
To those listening, spoiler alert.
Spoiler!
If you don't want to know, skip ahead like 10, 15 seconds.
Little
You get to
flashy
the
thing, spoiler thing. Okay, there we
you
go.
get to the center of the galaxy, and then you generate and go to a new galaxy and start all over.
Yeah, so
And
that's
it's
the
just
new galaxy.
yeah, but it's literally, there's nothing new. You just start a new galaxy from like you just it's like New Game Plus essentially.
Okay.
Which, there was no big like reveal, there was no like existential cosmic discovery. It was just like, oh, Atlas, and now you can use this to reset the galaxy or go to a new I don't know if it resets the galaxy technically, or if it's actually going to a brand new galaxy. I think it actually technically resets it,
I think it
and you can choose kind of like,
yeah.
does it have more like green planets, or does it have more Atlas presence, or like you can kind of choose certain parameters. There's like several different styles of galaxies that you can generate a new galaxy into, and you can
Yeah.
travel between the galaxies after you've unlocked a new galaxy. So you can go back to if you've got like a base and a portal in another galaxy, and you're currently in a new galaxy, you can take the portal to the base that you've already created in the first galaxy. So you can essentially travel between galaxies, which I guess is kind of neat. But I don't know, it just, in
See,
typical No
that's
Man's Sky fashion, it just kind of felt empty.
yeah. I think so
You know?
I think that's what my plan was to like not go to the middle. I just need to get all the warp gate key things or whatever, like the symbols. That's what I was working
Mhm,
on last time I was playing it. That and I was working
mhm.
on I was building a cafe for like space cafe. That's what I do.
Welcome to Eddie's Space Cafe.
Yeah, no, like it's like a multi-tier thing with a hotel on top, and there's like a little Spanish like barista cafe in the middle, and then down at the bottom you got like a sports bar with
Oh my
screens and
god.
stuff, so you can hang out with all your bros and be like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's a great thing. It's a
Yeah.
great thing.
Right
I'm
on.
not done with it
Very
though. I
cool.
still got to work on the top. I got the bottom 2 layers done, but the top one needs. It's gonna be wild. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I was just gonna get the glyphs so I could just travel to other galaxies, because since I'm still in the first galaxy, like all these updates and stuff, like I don't
I'm
really
not sure you can
see
do that.
new shit.
I don't think you can use the portal system to travel between galaxies. I think the portal system only works within the galaxy they are in.
No, no, I think you can. Like if you have the keys, like if you have the code for it, you can go there. I think.
I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, portals can be activated and used to quickly travel between planets of a star system, star systems of a region, or entire regions within the same galaxy.
You've crushed my hopes and
Okay,
dreams. I hope you know
hold
that.
on, hold on. That might just be wordplay though. And it's Reddit here. Can you use portals to travel between galaxies? You can, and then someone replied, replied. They replied.
Resplied? Oh, okay, resplied.
Yeah, you can travel to new galaxies through portals. So, oh yeah, but I think they're talking about like the portals that you can access in like the space stations, not the big portals that you need the glyphs for. I'm not sure.
See that
I don't know.
while that I get why from a technical like game standpoint, like it feels like you would need the glyphs to go from galaxy to galaxy, right? Because you would have like the first or last glyph would be like, oh, that's in this galaxy or that's in this galaxy. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I could almost, unless they've made it so that is a thing. I'm almost certain that that was like a way to like make it so that it wasn't just like a ridiculous. It's like being able to use the. I don't know, because you can go like
Okay.
you can go onto Reddit for like No Man's Sky and look for like unique ships.
Yeah.
And people will be like, here's the glyph coordinates to this particular sector of this particular place. And you can go there and maybe find this, unique, rare living ship or whatever ship. Cool. I don't even know where I was going with that.
I think what it is galaxies all have the same general makeup. And if you're in a certain spot in the galaxy, it might have a chance of creating that same. If you're in a different galaxy but the same position, the same coordinate position, you might be able to have a chance to get that ship or that thing or whatever.
So I think you're right. Like I think if you've got a set of coordinates that you've got in the galaxy that you're in, right, and then you go to a new galaxy,
yeah,
and you use those same glyph, it doesn't take you to the previous galaxy. It just takes you to essentially the same place in the new galaxy, equivalent. Yeah. I think that's what I'm just reading as you were explaining that. So I think that's it.
All right.
Because that would just be too many. I guess that would be too many glyphs if you had however many galaxies. And
no, they would just add one glyph for, so like your first set of glyphs would be your coordinates, and then the last glyph or one glyph would be per galaxy.
Well,
it would one glyph would denote what well, yeah.
There's 255 unique galaxies. So you're telling me that eventually you're going to have a glyph that's 255 characters long?
Well, you would at least need a 3-digit glyph for that.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was that many. You know, it's funny. I told everyone that, hey, if you don't want it to spoilers, skip 10 to 15 seconds ahead of time. And we've been talking about this stuff for like 5 minutes. So
hot minute.
I'm sorry if anyone is like skipped ahead to 15 minutes and just got No Man's Sky spoiled for them. You should know by now.
I don't think.
Sorry,
if anybody was just like, oh my God, unless they absolutely didn't know anything about No Man's Sky, which at that point, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry, honestly.
Yeah. Do you have any... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to insult the viewers. Your delicate insecurities and sensibilities are of no consequence to me.
Oh my gosh.
So, please go with what you're going to ask me now.
Well, there was a couple of things that we needed to circle back to. We
still need to talk about the Game Awards.
Yeah, we went from Game Awards to Skyrim, from Skyrim to Todd Howard, from Todd Howard to Avowed, from Avowed to No Man's Sky.
So, what game?
We need to go back to the beginning, to the Game Awards. Roll it back.
What game do you want to be Game of the Year based on the choices here and based upon your opinions of
based on these choices
platform
here?
Exclusives?
Honestly, I know Elden Ring is going to win.
It's going to win?
Yeah. Just from the simple fact that it's all popular vote, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming, and yeah, I agree that the Elden Ring is totally going to win.
Well, no, the
game was too big to not win.
It's popular vote, so just for the simple fact that it's on all platforms, that means everybody's going to vote for it.
Right. Just like you were saying. Because the only people who are going to vote for God of War and Horizon, whatever, are going to be the PlayStation 5. Yeah. And no one owns a PlayStation 5 in reality. So
you don't truly own it. They just leave it at your house and you pay for it.
No, because again, I mean, if I go to the store like right now, there would not be any. But I'd also be breaking and entering because they're closed. It's 3 a.m.
But yeah, I know Elden Ring's gonna win. I would like to see Stray or Plague's Tale to win. Because don't get me wrong, like Elden Ring's a masterpiece of a game, but it's not a masterpiece of a game because it's good. It's a masterpiece of a game because it doesn't adopt a lot of modern game design elements like microtransactions and freaking like battle passes and blah, blah, like the shit that shit does
Where's
not
the
fit
battle
in.
royale?
Yeah, like that stuff is never gonna fit in a game of that design. Yet modern day game design forces it in there, right? Like you could see portions of that in God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know about the Horizon Forbidden West, but I know in Zero Dawn they had freaking loot boxes. Loot boxes are in Zero Dawn.
Really?
But they're not pay for loot boxes. They put loot boxes in that game, and then there was this big loot box debacle at that point, and then they made it to where you just get the stuff from the game. You don't pay for the loot boxes.
That's
Like
disappointing.
Zero Dawn has an entire loot box system in it that was like I feel like it was retroactively worked on to make it not pay
Like,
for
oh, we
loot
better
boxes.
not do that because
Yeah.
they're not going to play our game.
But somebody had a checkbox on a piece of paper somewhere that was like, there needs to be a loot box system in this game because that's what's popular. That's what's making money.
That's what makes money. Is more.
Yeah.
It's
It's not popular. It
with
makes
gamers.
money. Yeah. It's popular with investors. Like, it needs a loot box system. Oh, shit. Turn the money part of it off because people are going to be pissed.
See, I'd like to see Stray win because I'd like to see indie gaming get its due. Because in my opinion, there's been more indie games that I've played, not just this year, but the last
before.
few years.
Did
more
Valheim,
indie games? And
Valheim came out last year, didn't it? I'm sorry, kid.
I heard a kitty.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing. She's whacking me with her tail, and I keep moving it up, and she's like, "Stop!" And I'm like, "You're the one hitting me. I'm the abused here."
Valheim.
Valheim came out last year. Yeah,
was that
they
last
just had
year?
Yeah, they just had an update. The Mistlands update came out. But I agree with you, dude. I wish more like indie games are getting played more and more, and AAA titles have been on a downscope because of I feel like the trends they chase. I feel like they made bad decisions chasing trends.
It's trend chasing, but it's also like unrealistic like deadline expectations and stuff on the developers from the publishers.
Yeah. I agree.
You don't get that with indie games because they are their own bosses.
Well, there are deadlines on them, especially if they have like not third-party developer or publishers, but like
well, I mean, if
like
they're getting money from
stuff,
someone, but I mean, it's nothing like a AAA situation.
Yeah, it's not like you need to make one of these every year.
Right.
Yeah,
like I mean, how many people worked on Valheim? Was it like 15 people?
Yeah, I think it was like a team of like it was either 5 or 12 people. One of the two.
And that's the thing. Like you don't even really like as an indie developer, you don't need a publisher to back you. You can get Kickstarter and Patreon and stuff like that because you're not dealing with the same kind of massive numbers monetarily as AAA developers are. Like I would like to see how much it costs to make Valheim versus how much that they've actually made from the game. Like I guarantee you
freaking pennies on the dollar, dude.
Blew like, their freaking out of the freaking park. So
yeah.
Considering the game is only 1.8 gigabytes to install.
Well, so that's the thing about Valheim, right? Like the game, the way that game is designed, it's very low impact until it's not. Because it's all procedurally generated. You make a map, it's just like Minecraft. You make a map, that map does not exist until you put in the map seed, the world seed, and then like and then it makes it because it's all voxel based, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I mean, and Minecraft's a good example, but think about all the games recently that have been like huge.
Yeah.
I mean, let's start with Minecraft. Let's talk about freaking Among Us. Let's talk about Valheim. Let's talk about Fall Guys. Pentiment's Obsidian, so I don't know if that really counts as indie.
It's a double A game. It's like It's a double. I'm telling you, dude, it's a double A game because it almost didn't get fucking made. Like it was almost like the only reason it got made was because Xbox bought Obsidian.
Right. And
Because
yeah. Okay.
yeah, well, no,
So is Obsidian technically not a AAA now that Microsoft
they're
owns
not.
them?
No, they're not. They're a AAA game. They're a AAA game dev. They're not
Oh,
indie or
okay.
anything like that.
Oh, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
That they're not really indie.
But it feels like
indie?
an indie game. It feels like an indie. It's an off kilter AAA game. Like it's an off brand game. That's
Okay.
it has
fair.
that indie game feel to it. Not the janky feel. The like, oh, this is like refreshingly different and has ideas that make a lot of sense that I'd like to see in other places, but it'll never really happen because investors don't like this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those types of games. I'm gonna buy it for you, and you go fucking play it.
Don't buy it for me. I make money. I can buy it myself.
No, like I don't mind. Like that game is worth it to me. Like that game is worth. Plus, I didn't pay for mine. I bought mine on Game Pass. So yeah, I didn't pay for mine. So I got to pay for somebody's.
I'm not going to say no. I never turned down a good free game.
Yeah, but I agree with you. There is an indie category.
Right,
in the Game Awards.
And I'm a feeling like I talked about this with Kato and Sarge. We all kind of feel that Stray is there to represent indie gaming.
Yeah,
in all like these other titles and stuff.
Game. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I think it's probably a good choice for representing indie games for an award situation, in my opinion, because it is probably the best indie game that I played this year. It's well polished. Everything. I didn't have any issues with the game. It didn't crash. No stuttering. Didn't need a day one patch, as far as I'm aware of. It was just a solid game. It didn't take. It was like what, an 8 hour experience. So
yeah, I don't know. I never finished it. I played it the first day and I was just like, what? Dude, I'm a cat dad. I play Stray in real life, dude. I hook GoPros to my cats. I do it in the real. I don't know. I don't.
You should totally do that.
Yeah. No, there's like cat harnesses for that.
We need to get that like for the podcast and just have like cat GoPro cam like every now and then while we're talking. Just throw it in.
Cat cam is actually a cat cam.
That would be nice. So if you had to choose your choice of any game for game of the year that's not listed in the official list here, what would you pick?
I really haven't had a game of the year. I mean, Elden Ring. I did invest a lot of my time in Elden Ring when it came out. It was earlier this year.
I'm surprised Valheim isn't on this list, honestly.
But it didn't come out this year. It came out last year.
Right.
That's fine. Like that's
well.
Why. I'm surprised.
Did they have Game Awards last year? I don't remember seeing it either.
I can't remember.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I can't remember if they did. I think they did. I think it was all digital Game Awards or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. As far as like a game of the year, like I've been struggling with that all year, dude. Like, what am I gonna play? Like, I'm just I don't want to. Like, none of this is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a serious case of that for the past like year.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Like Sifu and Elden Ring were like the last two games where I was just like, I want to play this for real.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I kind of got into Call of Duty DMZ, the DMZ mode in Call of Duty Warzone. I would like to play OG Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, but I'm not going to do it as long as Bobby Kotick's freaking still head of Activision Blizzard. So, yeah, hopefully Microsoft buys him and fires his ass. But yeah, that's just a principle thing. That's on me.
That's fair.
I'll play it, but not give them money. That's why I'm playing the Warzone 2.
There you go.
You would be amazed at how strong of a motivator to not spend money that spite is. Like, just to spite Bobby Kotick, I'm not gonna spend money. I'm gonna use their assets for free. I'm not gonna pay them.
You show him, bud. You show him.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel. He's gonna feel it in that back pocket. With his millions of dollars.
He's gonna be sitting there at dinner, just being like, "My wallet suddenly feels a bit off kilter."
It's just like, oh, he's gonna feel it in his butt cheek. Oh god, something just happened.
He's like, I can sense Eddie, that son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Is there an indie game that you think should win? Same question you gave to me, back to you. Is there an indie game or game that you played in the past year that you're like, oh my god, it's a mash bash? A mash bash.
I mean, I'm sure there is, and I'm looking at like the games that came out this year because I played so many games, not just in my own time, but like so many indie games for my YouTube channel and stuff. It's hard to remember everything.
Well,
I
like your whole shtick is indie horror games, but like you're in the indie zeitgeist as well. So
yeah. That's what I mean. Like my options are. I mean, like when I say Stray is just a really good choice.
Did you ever play Cult of the Lamb?
I never played Cult of the Lamb. It didn't really look like something I'd be interested in.
It's technically a horror game, but it's also a community builder, like sim game, to where you like have people, you save people and you bring them into your little village and you build a village and blah blah blah, and then you do a dungeon, you go dungeon crawling, you kill monsters and stuff like that, and it's like this whole like thing where like you're possessed by a demon, and then you're using that demon's power to kill other demons because those demons sent that demon to hell, and that demon's pissed about it, or something like that. They could be demigods. I don't remember. But also, there's like the art style is super duper cute. Also, it's on the indie game of the year, the best indie nominee for the Game Awards, which I don't remember it being there when I watched the Pipcast over this past weekend. I don't remember you guys saying anything about it, because I remember specifically being like, man, why isn't Cult of the Lamb on there? And then I looked, I'm like, oh, Cult of the Lamb is on there. So maybe it got added.
I think it was there, but I don't think that's a game that either none of us had played, so we didn't really talk about it or mention it. I'm almost fairly certain I remember seeing it though.
Yeah, like Tunic's on there as well. It's very similar to Tunic. It's a very similar thing to Tunic. Tunic's basically Zelda, like OG Zelda.
Why not just play OG Zelda?
Because it's owned by Nintendo. You're going to need a Switch to do that. Unless you emulate it. Yeah. Yeah, I said it.
Which I've never done.
Speaking of emulate Nintendo games, have you been sticking with Pokemon?
I haven't played it in a little while.
Well, just to let you know,
it's just because I got freaking.
I'm a champion in that game. That's right. I beat the Elite Four. I beat freaking all the little monsters for Dude Man to feed his dog, and I beat this Team Star. That's right. Now I'm going into the underground to get my butt whooped.
Congratulations, and good luck.
Thank you.
No, I haven't. I kind of took a break, I guess. Can you call it taking a break if you weren't really playing it that much anyways? I don't have anything against it. It's just,
yeah. What made you not really want to play it? You just don't have time? Or
I mean, it's a combination of time and just like I started playing it and it's fun, but it's just so janky.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. No.
And that is really hard for me to. I'm all about immersion. And there's just no way. Like, I don't know. If there was voice acting, I'd be more inclined to play because
Yes.
it doesn't feel like there's any life to the
Yeah.
game.
No, it feels like
Um,
dead. It's dead game. That's what it is.
I really wish there was more animations for like status effects. Like when you put a Pokemon to sleep, it'd be nice if they actually looked like they were sleeping instead of just being like
With Z's coming out of it.
Z's. It's like you were like, this is 2022. This
Dude,
is like
like,
the
show it
billionth
laying-
Pokemon game.
You know
Like
what's
you can't
funny?
make them look sleepy.
You know what's funny? Every Pokemon has a sleeping animation.
What?
Every
Oh, I don't-
Pokemon in that game has an animation where it's sleeping. Like curled
Well-
up and sleeping.
What? Then why don't they use it? Where's it
Because-
sleeping?
So like when you're out in the real world, just like yawking it up or like at a picnic or whatever, they can go to
Uh-huh.
sleep. If they sit there long enough, they'll go
What?
to sleep. They'll lay down.
That makes it even worse, dude. Like it's the asset is there. They just chose to be lazy.
Yeah.
Makes me want to play it even less now that we've had this conversation.
Now I could be over exaggerating. I don't know if it's
No.
every Pokemon.
No,
But-
you're right. They suck.
Debate's over. They suck.
Not game of the year.
Not game of the year. See, that's
Are they
one
even-
thing.
They're
That's
not
not
even on
even-
the list.
It's not even on the list, and it came out in time to be part of game of the year.
Didn't that and Arceus, both those Pokemon game came out this year, right? Or Arceus or whatever.
Arceus, yeah, both of them came out. Neither one of them's on the list.
Pokemon's dead. That's right, I said it.
I think it's
feel-
because their main audience is either
Children.
children, and well, no, it's not just children. It's children and also millennials. Like that's their main audience.
Do you think millennials don't appreciate like high fidelity games?
No, they do. Like they get millennials through the nostalgia of it. They're just like, "Oh, I love Pokemon," and they
But
just
I
burn
grew
money on
up
it.
with it. I grew
Yeah,
up with it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
played Red and Blue
Mhm.
and on whatchamacallit and on the Game
And those
Boy
people,
and stuff.
and you are a cultured man.
Well, but it's not the nostalgia's not enough to keep me like hooked on it. I mean,
Yeah, because you have culture, and you're just like you realize bad thing is bad.
Yes, culture. Yes. Where's
Yeah.
my bowler?
Like that's I think that's one thing
Uh-huh.
I'm running into a lot here recently as well. Like that's one of the reason like games don't really satiate me, or like
Mhm.
I'll look at something and I'm just like, this ain't my game, dude. Because
Yeah.
like I pretty much know what I want in a video game, and unless like there's like some crazy stuff that comes out that's like, oh no, you think it's this, but it's not this. It's totally wild and it's different and it's crazy and it's fun. Try it. Unless that happens, I don't try it unless it looks like something that I want to play. So
That makes sense. I'm really surprised there's not a horror game category for best games. Like you've got best fighting game, best role playing game, best family game. I don't see horror game.
is there
There's some
really
pretty
a best?
decent.
Oh my god, there is a best family game.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
Maybe you
categories,
need
but there's
to-
no horror game.
Maybe
what's
you
up
need
with
to
that?
go from a horror family or a horror stream to a family stream. Like best family
I mean,
game
I
streamer.
I very
Genre
would
game.
probably be much more successful, honestly. I'd have to edit all of my swearing out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that it doesn't have its own category. Like I feel like horror games are more popular than fighting games nowadays. Here's something that I just realized on here that kind of annoys me a little bit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different categories for esports.
Is there?
5 different categories. Best esports game, best esports athlete, best esports team, best esports coach, best esports event. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, like if on the webpage their last 5 things are all esports.
How stupid is that? I don't know why
I
that
wonder-
annoys me. They're probably getting paid from these esports things to include them. But
Uh,
no horror game. But no horror game. Which,
what
in
are
my
the what
opinion,
are
is arguably a more interesting category of gaming than esports ever could be.
are all the esports categories all have the same nominees in it?
I don't know. I haven't clicked on them.
Well, no, like because you got the players, but like, are they all players from the same games?
I have
Like,
no idea. I mean, it doesn't say. It just
so look at so if you go down to you have best esports game, right? You've got CS:GO, Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant, right? And then we go down to athlete, um, um, League of Legends, CS:GO, Valorant.
okay.
So obviously Rocket League, that's not going to be a thing, right? Because this is all kind of a popularity contest, right? Like people vote. Now we go now we go to the best team. You got Apex Legends, CS:GO, League of Legends, Call of Duty, Valorant. All right. So Call of Duty wasn't in the first thing. So that team's not getting voted for. Apex Legends wasn't in the first thing, was it?
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't in that. Because it was yeah, it was CS:GO and Dota, and then you got League of Legends. So League of Legends is going to win the best esports game. Yeah, League of Legends or Valorant. Yeah.
Don't care.
And you know what's crazy? Four out of the 5 games for best esports title are made by 2 companies, Valve and Riot Games. And then you got Psyonix, which is Rocket League. Nobody's going to vote for that. Like the last time I played Rocket League, I literally just played with bots the whole time. Like it was literally just like rampant with bots. I played it for like 2 hours on stream, and it was just like me in a match with 2 other bots versus 3 bots. People just like bot accounting, getting XP and stuff like that.
Oh,
but yeah,
so not even like AI bot. Like
no, like it was people using bot accounts. Like they were just running their cars around and like flipping and dipping and shit.
Yeah, well, I remember when you went back in the day when you played with bots, it was just like I'm playing Perfect Dark multiplayer, but I'm fighting against bots, or I'm playing Elite Force, but against bots. Remember Elite Force, Star Trek Elite Force?
Oh my god, no, I don't.
Dude, it was such a good game. It was made by Ravensoft, I think, or Rare, I think, or one of the. Anyways, I'm diverting the conversation again.
Yeah,
it's a good game. It was a Star Trek game. It was first-person shooter Star Trek game. It was bomb.
Oh shit!
It was so good for the
I
time.
might have to look. What like when was that? 2000s, early 2000s?
I don't know. Look it up. It was around Star Trek Voyager time frame.
You
don't
know
look at
me
like that.
You know me on the internet. I can't
Elite
look things up.
Force. Good lord. Star Trek. Give me a date, you piece of crap. Why wouldn't you give me a date on the like top information? I have to actually click on the link now. Blind myself. Get a 10.
Oh, got it.
2000.
2000. All right.
I think. Wait, that's EU. What the fuck? Whatever. It was around that time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think there's something going on with the esports thing. I don't know if it's because they got paid, and they just had to add the thing, right? Like if they got money from like Riot and from Valve to do the thing, or another thing could be keyword searches, esports titles, stuff like that. Because there's some of the biggest games on Twitch are in those esports things. Like you look at it, it's the biggest games. No,
I know. I
the
get
most
it.
watched thing.
I get it. Like it's just annoying though that there's 5 separate freaking categories and no horror game
They took your horror category. See, the real horror category is best esports coach. Like, what the fuck? What fucking kind of category is that shit?
Right? It's
Who
like, who
gives
the
a
hell
fuck
even knows
about
who these people
esports
are? Like, does
coach?
anyone actually
Yeah.
follow these people?
Oh no, there's probably people that knows them. It's not me or you or I. There's people that knows them, but like,
we're the only ones that matter. So
yeah, us here and you at home listening, y'all are the ones that matter.
anyways,
What would you nominate for best horror game? There's got to be a Resident Evil in there, the most modern Resident Evil.
I mean, it was fun, but I don't know if it was like.
That came out this year though, didn't it? Maybe that's why there's no horror genre, because there's really not a competition in it. Because there's only like one or two, right?
Well, but there's tons of indie horror games.
Yeah, true. Maybe that
And
would.
that's
Why wouldn't that qualify as just the indie thing?
but why can't you just like put a fighting game in with like why isn't there just a AAA game category instead of like fighting game, best role playing game, strategy games?
If
Like,
there was a
just put 'em-
AAA category, people would be pissed. They'd be like, "Where's all the indie games?" Bleh."
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Have category A, AAA games, category B, indie games if we're doing it that way. But since they're not doing it that way and there's multiple categories, there's no point in having indie games separate from horror games, even though there are horror games and indie horror games. There shouldn't be an indie game. I don't know. There should be more categories. I want horror indie games in the next thing. God damn it.
I don't think there needs to be more categories. I think there needs to be less. Honestly.
Okay. I would be happy with having an indie game category, AAA game category.
Yeah.
That's it. End of discussion. What else is there?
There's a couple of these that are obviously categories for like search terms and popularity stuff. Like you got content creator of the year. Who fucking cares?
If I was on there, I would care. I'm just saying.
True.
I'm definitely not on there though.
I don't think you should have that category there unless it's a person or a place or it has to do with like either it's the game itself or you helped make the game or something like that. Like the person that made a job off of playing the game. I mean, yeah, it's in the same zeitgeist and stuff like that, but like I don't think
Get rid of it.
I don't think it really. I think it's fat that needs to be trimmed. I think that's it.
Get rid of all the esports except for maybe the game category.
I would do best esports.
This is
game
about
for
game nominations. Yeah. You're 100% correct. Again, I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly.
I would do best esports game, and then like the teams, no, because you've got like
they didn't do anything.
Well, no, they played the shit out of their game, and everybody loves a team fight. But like, you've got the best teams, but they're all from different games. They're all from different leagues. So how could you?
It's going to be based on your favorite game.
Yeah. It's going to be based off of like the popularity of the game and also the popularity of that team within that game. They're all. It's different things.
I think it's hilarious that Diablo Immortal is on the mobile game category, though.
That is. What, do you not have phones? God, that is a meme that will never die. Yeah, like 4 out of the 5 esports things needs to go away. Content creator of the year needs to go away.
Get out of there.
What is best adaptation? Oh, that's best adaptation of games media or game into other form of media.
Well, what the heck how is Cuphead? Was Cuphead something else before it was a game?
No. Cuphead was a game and then it got turned into a Netflix show. It's
Did it really?
Show. Yeah, no, there's a Netflix show that's Cuphead.
I didn't know that.
It's all right. It's okay. You would expect it to be like some like more adult than what it is, and it does have adult themes in it, but they are very skillfully covered up by like cute 1960s cartoon animation.
I wouldn't be surprised if Edge Runners wins this. as popular as that seemed to have been. I haven't seen it. I don't know if you have. The Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It
I
seems
watched
like
a couple of episodes of it, and I was just like, "Oh, this is all right," and I never went back to it.
it seems like it apparently seemed like it was so popular that CD Projekt Red was like, oh, we actually do make good stuff. And then they're like, we're doing all of this because Edge Runners was so successful. We've got like 10 games in the pipeline now. Oh, meanwhile, their freaking mobile game. Did you ever play their mobile game? It was like Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Go, but The Witcher, where you have like the GPS and you run around and fight monsters and stuff. I played it a little bit. Apparently, that's being discontinued and they're laying people off.
Yeah.
Good job, CD Projekt Red.
Yep.
Doing great. Doing great.
They're really good at building hype.
Cyberpunk 2022. 2020, 2077, whatever the heck it is. Game of the year.
It's Cyberpunk 1983. No, they need to have they need to do a steampunk 1876.
I play that.
They're like Bungie. They're really good at hyping shit. Like, they have the mind space of people and the ability to utilize that mind space well for hype. They just don't have any ass in their jeans. Like, they ain't got no ass in their jeans to carry that hype on to bigger and better things.
It's like a brick wall be backing up on me. No ass in them jeans.
Oh, because it's flat. Oh,
you like that?
Because it's flat. When she backs that booty up, it's like a wall is just hitting me.
Yeah, it's just like brick wall.
Well, at least it's. I'm not gonna say that. Nope. That's the end.